There is a lot happening across the country as we head into Monday night and through the rest of the week, and this is shaping up to be one of the coldest and most active stretches of weather so far this winter. Climatologically speaking, the last 2 weeks of January are typically the coldest part of the year for Canada, and the atmosphere is lining up perfectly with that pattern. We are already seeing Arctic air pushing deep into North America. In fact, that cold air has been so strong that it brought snow all the way into parts of Florida, Georgia, and Alabama over the weekend. That same air mass is now reinforcing itself across Canada. Let's start out east, because conditions there remain rough as we move through Monday night. Across Newfoundland, rain continues for eastern sections, while western areas remain locked into snow. In between, there is a messy mix of ice pellets, snow, and rain. Most of this precipitation will gradually taper off overnight into early Tuesday, but the wind is far from done. Gusts approaching 100 km per hour are still possible along exposed coastal areas, especially eastern Newfoundland, and it is going to stay blustery through much of the week. In Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island, the worst of the storm is winding down, but lingering strong winds and scattered flurries remain a concern. Power outages have already been an issue, schools have seen closures, and while conditions will slowly improve, colder air moves in behind this system as we head into midweek. Now let's shift focus to Ontario, because this is where conditions become particularly dangerous from Monday night onward. Snow squall warnings and blizzard warnings remain in effect across large portions of southern and central Ontario. Areas including Grey Bruce, Perth County, Prince Edward County, and regions north toward Barrie, Muskoka, and Parry Sound are firmly in the danger zone. West-southwest winds continue to drive intense lake-effect snow off Lake Huron, Georgian Bay, Lake Erie, and Lake Ontario. That means snow squalls stretching from Long Point to Niagara, Cobourg to Kingston, and northward through cottage country. Even Lake Superior continues to produce rough travel conditions. These squalls are capable of producing near-zero visibility in seconds. That raises the risk of highway closures or travel not recommended conditions, especially along Highway 401 east of Oshawa, the QEW, Highways 420, 405, and major north-south routes like Highway 400 and Highway 11. As we move deeper into Monday night and Tuesday, snow squalls intensify again in central Ontario. Barrie and surrounding areas transition from blowing snow into more organized squalls, with 20 to 40 centimeters of snow possible in parts of central and snowbelt regions. Winds remain a major factor. Gusts of 60 to 70 km per hour will continue to whip snow around, creating whiteout conditions even outside of the heaviest snowfall. Travel may become extremely hazardous or outright impossible at times. There may be brief lulls on Tuesday, but squalls will continue to shift and redevelop. This is not a clean break. Then attention turns to Wednesday, which brings a broader system moving through Ontario. This will be a widespread snow event, bringing around 5 to 10 centimeters for Toronto and surrounding areas. This is not expected to be as intense as last week's storm, but combined with strong winds and already snow-covered roads, impacts will still be significant. Snowbelt regions will once again take the brunt of this system, with continued heavy accumulations layered on top of what's already fallen. Now let's talk about the cold, because this is a major story. Across northwestern Ontario, including Kenora, Dryden, Sioux Lookout, and stretching westward into Manitoba, wind chills have already dipped to -40, and those conditions are expected to repeat through midweek. Blizzard warnings remain in effect along the western shore of Hudson Bay. In the prairies, the temperature contrast is striking. Calgary may sit around 4 degrees, while Edmonton drops closer to -6. Saskatoon near -6, and Winnipeg plunging toward -19, with brutal wind chills. Strong winds move into eastern Alberta Monday night, bringing blowing snow concerns there as well. Out west, British Columbia remains under a ridge of high pressure. That means relatively quiet weather, but also fog concerns, especially across Metro Vancouver and inland Vancouver Island, as moisture becomes trapped under the ridge. This same high-pressure system continues to steer storms eastward, allowing Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba to remain active with periods of snow and wind throughout the week. The bottom line is this: winter is tightening its grip across Canada. From snow squalls and blizzard conditions in Ontario, to powerful winds in Atlantic Canada, to extreme cold across the prairies and northern regions, this is a high-impact week of weather. If you're watching live, stay with us as we continue tracking these systems in real time. And if you rely on weather updates to plan your travel and your day, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest warnings and updates. Stay safe, drive carefully, and be prepared for rapidly changing conditions.